The Geek Dad blog is an online meeting place where parents post the cool science and tech projects they're doing with their kids. Our very own Geek Dad, Dylan Tweeney, unlocks his toolbox and sets out to build a UFO hovercraft.
For Wired Science, I'm Geek Dad.
In the geek world, being the coolest dad on the block means being able to build things no other dad can. Dylan Tweeney is that kind of dad. At work, he's senior editor of Wired News, but at home, his true geek dad identity is revealed. So when Dylan's daughter Clara asked, "Daddy, why can't I have my own UFO?" he set out to build her one.
Don't bother taking notes. Detailed instructions will be posted online. Start with a half sheet of plywood. What we want to do is take this square and turn it into a circle. And my daughter Clara is going to help us do that. You ready, Clara? Oh, don't climb on that. That's not safe.
How did you?
This is the part I can't help you with. The parenting. Are you ready to help? All right. To find the center of this, we have to draw two diagonals, okay? So can you hold it at the far corner? There you go. And I'm going to draw a line right along there. Okay, then we're going to do the same thing on the other corner. Hold it right on the corner just like you did the last one. We're looking for the center of the board. You see that X in the middle there? That's the middle. X marks the spot. Clara is only 6, but you're never too young to learn some geometry. Put it right on the edge.
Make a big hole?
No, just a little hole. Add a screw, a piece of string, and a pen, and we've got a giant compass. Ta-da! All right, now we get to use the jigsaw to cut the circle out. A jigsaw, an important tool in UFO construction. But first of all, I'm going to put on eye protection. Very important step. I'm not a carpenter, but I play one on TV. All right, here we go. Okay, so now it's round, like the UFOs in the movies. And now I'm just going to run a sander around these sharp edges a little bit to make sure that the splinters don't cut the plastic at all. Now what's going to get this thing off the ground? An electric leaf blower. This is what supplies the air that's going to form the cushion on which my daughter will ride. Finally, another use for one of these things. See that opening, Clara? We're going to trace that onto the board here. This is the middle of our circle and this is the edge, and we want it about halfway between the middle and the outer edge. I'm going to put it a little bit closer to the outer edge just because I want to have a little more room for you to sit. Now can you trace around that very carefully? As close to the edge as you can. Let's go all the way around. Excellent. Good work. Thanks, Clara. There's our shape. So I just drilled a hole right here so that I could get the jigsaw blade in, and then I'm going to cut out the shape that we just traced. All right, it's time to add the skin of the UFO, and nothing works like a good piece of heavy gauge plastic tarp. What we're going to do now is cut it into a circle slightly larger than the plywood circle. There we go. Now it's got to be stapled to the board. The key here is slack, as in, cut me some slack. About 2 inches of slack lets the tarp form a big cushion when the leaf blower fills it with air. All right, wasn't that exciting? So we stapled the skirt down, and what we have to do next is tape down the edges so the air won't leak out. Can you help me with that, Clara? All right. Remember, duct tape and kids can be risky.
Ooh, it's sticking to me.
Uh-oh.
Ow!
Uh-oh.
It pinched me.
Okay. Oh, can you put it?
You maniac.
I think you can go watch a little more Lilo and Stitch now if you want. Oh, Lord have mercy. What we're going to do next is turn it over, and we're going to screw down a washer in the middle, which in our case will be a yogurt container lid. That will help hold the skirt up in the middle. What we're going to do now is cut 6 holes in the skirt. We want each hole to be a few inches from this center washer that we just screwed in. We're almost there. What we've got here is almost everything we need to make a hovercraft work. We're going to insert the leaf blower in here, And then when we turn it on, the leaf blower will fill up the skirt with air, and the air will escape through these holes only, providing a little cushion of air that will reduce the friction and allow the hovercraft to float smoothly along the ground. Fits perfectly. The best part about being a geek dad is taking the new toys that you've built, taking them outside and playing with your kids. Okay, it's time for the initial flight test. That's a pretty cool ride, huh?
You maniac.
Get complete instructions at the Wired Science website at pbs.org.